Phil again, and this is video 2 of the 5-part series. In this video, we're going to go a little bit more in depth through these prompts. Now, in the first video, I give you an overview. I showed you some of these prompts and what they can do. But the important thing is understanding how to structure your prompts, and that's what we want to look at now. So, as you go into this, you see what we've got here, what we call the golden rules for writing ChatGPT image prompts. So, front load the subject. So, what to do? Put the core subject in the first 30 words. Just one sec. This mouse is acting up again. So the key thing to do here is basically put the core subject in the first 30% of the words. Subject takes the center stage. Use structured scenes, so it's the scene, the subject, the detail, the lighting, the constraint. So basically what you're doing, you could say like the scene is a man walking along the beach, or beach scene, the subject's a man and a woman walking hand in hand along the beach. It's lighting, it's coming into sunset, or it could be dawn. And the constraint, what's a constraint? Could it be that there's dolphins in the sea, something like that? You could put something into that image and that'll create your prompt for you. Again, if you want your text, make sure that you quote all your text and you put it in speech marks, double quotes basically. And this is going to improve the accuracy of your text when the text is generated on the actual image itself. Again, you're looking at specifying lens and lighting. So when we did that image of the festival scene in the 60s, basically that we said that the constraint or the lighting should be based as if it was a historic camera, somebody actually, a journalist taking that photograph in the 60s, and that's why we got that like style of the image that we got. It wasn't sharp and contrasty like you have in today's images. It wasn't like using a high-res 4K camera, for example. It looked as if it'd been created with a camera from the 1960s. Use the positive constraints. So again, we're looking at keep everything else the same. Don't use negative prompts. Don't say remove X, Y, and Z. Instead, say keep these constraints. So, for example, if you want to do an image and you want to use the same person, consistent, what you need to do is upload that image, a reference image, into that speech, into that chat that you're doing with your ChatGPT Images 2.0. Give them a reference image, and then keep this person's likeness throughout the rest of the images that you generate, and you can keep that within one chat, and that'll keep your constant character in place as well. So again, if you look here, you can see stop writing. What's that one? 8K Ultra Detail Masterpiece. It'll default high outputs as it is, but what you want to be doing, you want to be looking at some of the images, some of the camera types. So let's say it could be, I don't know, I can't even think of a camera off the top of my head, but let's say it's some sort of, let's say it's a webcam. You could say, pretend that this is somebody sitting here with a Logitech Brio 4K webcam. It'll replicate how a 4K webcam produces the image. So that's just another example for you as well. So through here, we've got that covered for you. So mix and match some of these prompts as well. Play about with these. And I'm going to drop another prompt for you via email. I'll send that to you as well. In the next part, there'll be a prompt in this email as well for you, so you can check that out. Or certainly below the video, you'll be able to check the prompt as well. And again, these are exclusive videos, so nobody else has got access to these. These are just for people who have actually subscribed to get access to them. So have a play about with these. These are real powerful mix and match prompts. You can play about with different elements of this, customize them for yourself. What I suggest you do, take a couple of these and ask ChatGPT to customize them for you, and it'll create better prompts. So that's one way of doing it. So through here, these are all the prompts that we've got. So other things to bear in mind as well, these are style tags. So editorial magazine, studio product, cinematic, and anamorphic, which is a widescreen cinema, Pixar 3D, Kodak Porter 400. So that'll create images based on that. And the things to avoid is long rambling sentences, like I'm doing now, speaking. Keep it nice, short, concise, and you'll get much better ones from there. Conflicting styles, if it is, for example, photorealistic and Pixar 3D, you're going to get a conflict, unless you want a human character with a Pixar character, which you can do by saying a hyperrealistic human character with a Pixar 3D character next to it. So you can do that one. Although you're supposed to keep one dominant style, you can mix and match the style. So just have a bit play about and have a bit of fun with that. You can see here unquoted text strings. Always wrap your text, the text that you want to be outputted on your image, in the double quotes, speech marks, as we say, or as my teachers call them, bunny ears. Put them inside the bunny ears. I don't know where that came from. I can't remember what I did yesterday. How do I remember school from years ago? Anyway, that's what I used to do. And to keep your prompts positive as well. So that's one way of doing it. And the other way of doing it, and say, let's just have a look. I'll show you how to write a prompt in just a moment using Perplexity. But let's do that now. Let's do Perplexity, and we'll just write, give me a, that's what we're looking, viral Disney prompt. Again, we're not you try and keep away from brand names and any sort of copyright if you can, but for this I'm just going to give you an example. Disney prompt for ChatGPT images 2.0. Now we're going to expand on this prompt. I'm just going to show you this quickly. Let's do a character style prompt. Ignore the writing, the typing, the spellings, etc. It'll work itself out. So I'm going to show you how to ideate this prompt now. I'm going to take this initial prompt. So we've got two. Let's do portrait. In fact, let's do the square, because square is pretty popular. Let's do that. We can copy them just like that, basically. And you've got the poster style. In fact, let's do the poster style trio. Take it across to ChatGPT. What I tend to do here, what I'm starting to do now is image 2.0. And then give it the prompt. Just something else you can put in there. Now what's going to do is going to come back with a prompt that we can use now. This is the little clue for you. We're going to get the first image generated from ChatGPT. So if you use Perplexity to give us the initial prompt, and then the second part we're going to get ChatGPT to expand on this prompt that we're going to use. Again, excuse me, the mouse is playing crazy here, but what we can also do, as it says here, we can tweak these more by swapping the traits, change the hair, the outfits or species, but keep the big eyes, rounded features, glossy 3D, etc. So there's things that can change, and this is all part of the prompt engineering, where you're just ideating. Now, the thing that we've got with ChatGPT now, images 2.0, just speak to your prompt, just speak to your chatbot, which is ChatGPT in this case. So let's just see what we've got. There's our 3 characters. Fantastically rendered characters. Let's say we want to ideate on that. So what we can do is we can click on here, click edit, and let's just say add skateboard and helmet to boy in red jacket. So we're going to ideate. We're just adding to the image that we want. And this is a clue. This is what you need to do when you're trying to create these images. I'm going to show you something else in just a moment, because we can now take those images and start creating a storybook of these characters. We can take these 3 images and we can then turn them into a static cartoon style, or what we can also do is we can then turn them into video as well. Now that's going to come in a subsequent video, so a subsequent video about how to do a video using static images. I'm going to show you how to do that as well. But for this, all I want to do is just get an idea of how we can take these images and then transform them into a storybook. So now what I'm going to do, well, that's rendering. I'm just going to come across to here, and we're just going to search here. I'm going to search for cartoon. In fact, did I have cartoon in here? That's just one sec. Menus. Let's search for cartoon. No, why is it not finding that? Let's just say, in fact, I've got it here, just one sec. Let's do it. Let's just while that photograph's rendering. Let's just come down, and we should have down here cartoon, advertising, diorama. I'll show you this diorama as well in just a moment. Let's just have a look. Game shots. You can see how many prompts you've got here ready to go for you. So let's just see if I can find that one. Must be up here, is it? Cartoon. Is it action figure? Trading card we did. Out of the box GPT. I'll find a storyboard. I've got that many in here. I forgot how many I've put in. Newsletter. Colouring page. Colouring page is really good. You can sell these on Etsy and Gumroad. I'll show you how to do that in just a second as well. But for this one, this is it here. I'm going to copy that, and hopefully by the time we get back to ChatGPT, we've got our image. There's a wee lad there. Now he's got his skateboard, he's got his helmet. Now if you look at the characters, totally consistent. We didn't lose any of the character style by adding that. So now I'm going to do, okay, now using the base prompt here, create a cartoon storyboard relating to our 3 characters in this image. Forget the spelling. In this image, keep all images characters as is. Put the prompt there. Now we've got a different prompt here. We've got what we call the pet looking out the window with somebody leaving for work. This is one of the prompts I did years ago. If you're on my face, I think it was 3 years ago I started creating a prompt like this. And if you're on my Facebook page, my personal Facebook rather, you'll have seen this image because I've used it quite a few times. And I used it in books and things like that as well. I wrote a little storybook and I used that image in there as well. So this is going to give you some sort of narrative. You'll see some sort of output from there. But the next one I want to do, let's just go back to this one because I want to share this one with you, which I think you're going to be very impressed with. This one works really well for when we're doing UGC, user generated content. It stops the scroll because it's completely different. And with this one again, you can customize it any way you wish. So what this does is like puts like a little miniature diorama. You've got all these workmen climbing ladders and things like that, tiny little miniatures around the main product. We'll see that and how that works in just a moment. But let's see how we're getting on with this. It's going to take a bit longer because it's a storyboard. So I'll let that one go. In the meantime, let's just open another ChatGPT and let's do this one. So by the time this one generates, we should have the one back. So the thing with the prompts here, as I mentioned, we start with a base prompt, and we use Perplexity to create the prompts first of all. And then what it'll do, it'll then basically help us to ideate. It'll give us some clues how to make it more viral, how we can swap the traits out. Because the thing with these images, you don't just want them to basically just be nice images. You want them to be going viral. You want them to be driving traffic back to your Facebook pages or back to your Instagram or back to your TikTok, especially when we start turning them into video, because you want to be monetizing these. You don't want to be creating these images just to have them sitting on your hard drive or an external drive or in your whatever it is, whether it's in a Dropbox, if people still use Dropbox, or if it's a Google Drive, if it's a OneDrive, if it's Microsoft, etc. You want to get these images out there working for you, and the way to do that is to get viral images or create viral images that's going to attract people to view it and then to interact with whatever you're promoting, whether it's your own business or somebody else's business. So let's have a look at our cartoon hero, see if it's done that yet. Still a bit slow, but in the meantime, let's have a look at luxury skincare. Still slow. ChatGPT is running slow. Let's just give it a bit of a refresh. Let's see if that helps. It hasn't. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you that luxury skincare one on my profile because I've already created one. And if I click here, we've got that Lisbon one. I don't know if I shared this with you. This is one of these posters that we can do. These are great for branding. You can put your customer's name onto this. So if you have like a local restaurant or something, these work really, really good. Just a hint for you. We saw that one. That's another image created. And there you go. This is a skincare one with a diorama. You can see this little, the guys on ladders and things like that. It just makes the product really stand out, and it just stops the scroll because people aren't expecting that. They're expecting to see a glossy image of the product, but not expecting to see something like this. So these work really well. And these are some of the ones that we've created through there. And again, that's the vintage camera look based on the festival in the 1960s. So let's see where we are with the cartoon hero. There you go. All our characters are in one place. Just scroll back here. You can see the 4 parts. The kid's up to the window, the parent leaving, and the kid's getting up to mischief. The kid here is jumping all over the furniture on his skateboard, and the parent come back and they're acting like little angels. So all the characters are consistent right the way across there. So I hope you can see how quick and easy this is to create great books and things like that. So it works really well for creating book covers as well. So we'll cover that in another video as we go through. So now let's have a look at that skincare one. There again, much the same what I just shared with you. It's being created again. It's different, slightly different. We've got different ladders and things like that and different cranes. If you look here, now let's go back. You can see there's ladders on this one. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 people on the scaffold here, and there's 3 people on the scaffold here, and 1 person on the side here, and 2 at the top. So it created the same brand name, but it has done things slightly different by changing the shape of that. And also you see this is a bit more high quality because I haven't downloaded this one just yet, but when I download it, it'll be as high quality as that. And this is the one that's on my Facebook. So that's basically how we do the cartoon hero ones. It works really, really well. And let's have a look at the other one I want to share with you. Let's just have a look at this one. In fact, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll just ask this now. And let's just close that. How can we improve prompts and retain characters throughout? I'm going to share this live with you because I want you to get in the habit of just speaking to your AI. Just ask it questions. Now you can see here ChatGPT is going slow. It's not so much the image gen, it's the whole thing. But here's how you do it. To retain character better, treat the first image like a character Bible, which is what we do when we write in books, not just a reference image. The problem is you're asking for new scenes, but the model keeps resetting the kids slightly each time or recasting the kids. So this is how we do it. Use this order every time. Character lock, style lock, scene action, panel layout, continuity rules, negative instructions. So these are things that you need to do. So there's your character Bible here, etc. Now, depending on what you want to create, this will change. This future prompt will change how you do it. But I just want you to get to see how I'm doing it just now, just to spark some conversation from what we're doing. So below the video, you can leave comments. So what you can do is just, if you see the email, reply back to the email. If there's something you want me to cover specifically, just let me know. We'll dive into it. But all I want to share with you is just to show you how easy it is to create prompts by asking our Perplexity in this case to create the prompts initially, and then going across to ChatGPT and doing image 2.0. I didn't write image 2.0 there, but not worry, to then create that detailed scene based on that prompt. And once you've done that, just ideate. If you remember when we went back to the prompt, or we went back to the image, we can click on there and we can simply click edit and describe what we want to edit. So I can say here, add a golden retriever dog. So just kids and dogs, great sellers. Now obviously that's not going to prompt because I'm still doing a chat outside of there, but let's just copy that. And let's go back and see if this one's generated just yet. So there's quite a bit jumping around in this video because I just want to show you how quick and easy it is to do prompts. Now, before I do that, there is an easier way of doing this. And the easier way of doing it is to use an AI tool. Now, I've got early access to this, and this is a tool from my good friend Danielle. And what you can do, if I can get my mouse to work, is we have the PDF guide here, but what we can also do is create this one prompt builder. So instead of having to rely on Perplexity, we click on here, and for some reason my computer's run really slow, we can create all these different visuals just with one prompt. So we can do product mockups, book box device, and we can click on there, and it'll ask us what the product is, what the brand is, and what the background is, things like that, and it'll start generating your prompts. So in the next video, I'm going to walk you through that, and we're also going to expand on the prompts based on the feedback that I've received from yourself. We'll expand on these prompts to make them even better. And what I'll also do, I didn't prompt for some reason, so I stopped it, didn't I? So what I'll also do is I'll show you how to expand even further into the prompt generation. But the key thing is in all videos is just have a play about, just use the tools that you have. Use the free Perplexity, which is what I use there, and use your ChatGPT to just get used to creating these prompts yourself. Of course, you're going to have access to all of this full detailed prompt. I'll be sending this out as well in the next email. This part of the video series, I just want you to start practicing, start seeing what's possible, and then video 3, I'm going to give you access to this, and this is going to give you loads and loads of tools you can play about with, and you can start creating items and images that you can monetize straight away. So don't wait to get perfect. Just get used to these videos, watch the videos again, see how I'm creating the prompts, but also utilize the prompts I'm going to give you here free, and then basically have a play about with it, and just share them on your Facebook and get feedback, or share them on your Instagram and get feedback. And you'll see a lot of these images are highly commercial. People will be wanting to get their hands on these images as well. So I've been Phil. I'll catch you in the next video. Next video, we're going to go a little bit more in depth, and I'm going to show you how to prompt structure, but I'm also going to show you how we can create a brand asset for any organization using this very, very quick tool without us having to write prompts, without us having to edit prompts. It's just simply copy and paste. So I'll show you how to do that again. Anyway, rambled on a little bit again. Catch you in the next video. Bye for now.